Hey guys, it's Tuesday, it's Shayna, and before we get into the topics this week, you might be wondering why there is a cat face and ears on my head. Well, you see, it is minus 40 degrees Celsius outside, which is apparently also minus 40 degrees Fahrenheit. And you know it's fucking cold when Celsius and Fahrenheit are agreeing on the same temperature. So this week we're talking about the difficulties around getting a job when you have tattoos and piercings, and our opinions on lesbians dating trans people. Now, I don't really have a lot of personal experience with either of these topics, and I'm going to take the second one, but if you want to hear more about the difficulties around getting a job when you have tattoos and piercings, Haley made a really great video on that yesterday, so you should definitely go and check that one out. So I have come to the conclusion that my opinion on lesbians dating trans people is that I don't really have one. However, one anxiety, I guess, that I've heard people express around dating trans people is that they would have to give up their own sexual identity or sexual orientation, whether that be gay, straight, lesbian, bisexual, whatever. But that's not true. If you're a lesbian, dating a trans person is not going to make, you know, Ellen appear and, you know, strip you of your lesbian citizenship and confiscate your lesbian passport. However, if there ever comes a time where someone feels that the sexual orientation, identity, label, whatever, that they've associated with doesn't work for them anymore and they want to change that, then that's totally valid as well. The thing about labels, whether it's about your sexual identity, your sexual orientation, or your gender identity, is that they're all self-identified. No one else can tell you what it means to be a lesbian, or what it means to be straight, or what it means to be bisexual, or what it means to be a man, or what it means to be a woman, despite sort of the messages we get to the contrary often about labels. And on that same token, you yourself can't tell someone else, oh, well, you're this, 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 and this, that means you're a lesbian. You know, people have to come to these conclusions on their own, and everyone has their own definitions, their own ideas about their own sexual orientation and gender identity. Gender in particular is not as black and white as it's often made out to be. Gender sometimes has nothing to do with what's between your legs and everything to do with what's between your ears, aka in your head. And sometimes there's just a cat face between your ears. I guess I wish we lived in a world where people didn't feel so limited by labels and semantics, and I also wish we didn't live in a world where people spent so much of their energy and time invested in other people's personal lives and personal decisions. I've always thought that other people's love and sex lives were such weird things to care about, and I guess that's why I say I don't have an opinion on lesbians dating trans people, because it's simply not my place to form an opinion on other people's attractions and on other people's personal lives. I think ultimately when it comes to relationships, sexual orientation or identity and gender identity almost become secondary to things like health and happiness, which, in my opinion, are the most crucial aspects of a relationship. So that's basically all I have to say on this topic. I don't know if that made any sense. If it didn't, we can blame the Arctic sub-zero temperatures, because that's what I'm blaming everything else on today, so I'm just gonna go with it. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the week, and if you're in a cold place, I hope you stay warm, don't get frostbitten, and I will see you all back here same time, same day next week. Have a great rest of the day, guys. Bye!